Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. In this video I'm going to look at the recent change of Arc Raiders going to a extraction shooter. So I did do a video recently where I spoke about this, and before this I didn't know too much about Arc Raiders. I did admit that in that video, and I admit it again in this one. I still don't know a great deal about the game, but I am learning very quickly. So I didn't know much about it because I wasn't too interested in it. I'd not heard much about it. I'd seen a sort of teaser video of it, but hadn't really looked into it. You know, you see a lot of games when you're looking through all of the lists that are out there on Steam and through people's YouTube videos, etc. So it wasn't really on my radar. Then they put an announcement out that they were going to be turning it into an extraction shooter. Now I do love a good extraction game, so I thought, you know what, I'll take a look at it, I'll have a look. So I did the video, put it out, and it's fair to say that there are a lot of people out there that actually aren't too happy that it's changed to an extraction shooter. Now I'm going to say from the onset of this video that this is just my opinion on what is going on with this game. Everybody else's opinion is theirs, and I'm not going to say that anybody is wrong or anybody is truly right. I think, you know, we're all allowed our own opinions, and some people's just differ from others. Now I don't believe personally that the change over to an extraction shooter is a bad one, but overall I don't think any of us can really judge unless you were put side by side the original definition of arc shooters and the original game that they were planning to do, and then put that alongside the extraction shooter version of the game. If you were able to play both versions of the game, then you could definitively say that one is better than the other, and then you could say, you know what, you did the right thing changing to an extraction shooter, or you did the wrong thing changing to an extraction shooter. I think ultimately that would be the only way that we'd able to sort of work out whether it was right for them to go in that direction or not. But I think there are a couple of things that have led them to this decision. So first of all, Embark Studios are of course producing the finals. They've got two games on the go, the finals and the Arc Raiders, and they decided to slow and I think even stop development of Arc Raiders so that they could move those developers over to the finals and push to get that game closer to release. So they had a test of it I think late last year, and then they had the recent sort of closed public test around a month ago, and all of the Arc Raiders team was moved over. So I think, and there'll be a lot of assumptions in this video by the way, but I'm assuming that production on Arc Raiders either stopped or slowed down a lot. It was very limited, but I think that time frame gave them the chance to think about whether or not they were taking the game in the right direction. It will have also given them time to look at the gaming landscape as it is today. It's probably changed quite a lot from what it was when they decided to start developing Arc Raiders. When they started developing it, it was not really pinned down. Now if you do a DNS check on the domain of Arc Raiders, that was registered in August of 2020, so in a couple of months time that'll have been registered for 3 years. But did development of the game start there and then? I really don't know. It could have started before then, or it could have been started after that. They maybe just had a concept and a name and got it registered before that leaked out and other people decided to register it, because you do get these people that like to try and hold domain names to ransom companies. But they could have been developing the game before that, I really don't know. But obviously they've thought about things, they've had that time and thought, you know what, maybe we should take it in this direction. The extraction looter shooter is definitely a niche market, but one that is growing, and obviously that's with the popularity of Escape from Tarkov. But you've also got bigger developers getting involved now. There's a definite push to try and expand this niche into a more mainstream genre. So that could have been one of the overriding factors of why Embark Studios decided to go down that route. You know, they're seeing the popularity of other games that are doing it, and if you can get it right, which is a very big if, but if you can get it right, there is a big market for that type of game there. People do like that risk and reward style of gameplay. But as I say, it's clear from the comments that not everybody wanted that. They wanted to have clear defined PvP mode and a PvE mode. Mixing them both together doesn't sit well with some people, and I understand why. It never did with me, and even sometimes when I'm playing Escape from Tarkov, as much as I love that game, I do sometimes wish that I could just separate out the PvP from the PvE. It can get annoying sometimes, especially when you have great engagements only for a player to come along and ruin your day. But that's part of the appeal of the game. but it's also one of those things that really annoys you. It's one of these love-hate relationships with that type of gameplay, and it's probably that's annoyed a lot of people. I don't think they wanted to go down that route. They wanted to have it completely separate. That being said, for me, in my personal opinion, I don't mind Arc Raiders going down that route, but like I said, the proof will be in the pudding that we get at the end of it. Will it be a good game? Will it be well put together? There's a lot of things that we simply don't know about the game right now to really form a good opinion on whether they've gone in the right direction or not. Now, they are currently running sign-ups for an alpha that will take place sometime in the next couple of months, I believe, and that will give us a much better look at what is going on with this game under the hood, and we'll be able to see where they are in terms of the development with the extraction sort of element of the game. As I say, we're not going to have anything to rate it against because we don't know what the game would have been like before, but it'll give us a look at it and see what direction they're taking it in. Mechanics such as, will it have time-based raids like what we have in Escape from Tarkov, or will it be a persistent world that you can drop in and out of? Will there be base building mechanics in it, or will you have like a separate base offline, sort of like what you have with a hideout in Escape from Tarkov? There's a lot of things to be nailed down right now, but as I say, they are running sign-ups for the beta. I'll put a link in the description down below for that, but you can simply go on Steam and just type in Arc Raiders and you can apply to be in the alpha from there. It's not to say that you will be accepted. With the finals, there was over 2 million people tried to get in on that, so if Arc Raiders is half as popular as that will be a good thing for Embark Studios. But we'll have to wait and see at the end of the day whether they are taking this game in the right direction. As I say, I personally think that they could be, but it's going to be whether they can nail down things. A lot of people are trying to get that extraction shooter sort of at the sweet spot, and it's very, very hard to do. Tarkov is the benchmark by what everybody gets sort of judged by, but even they don't have it nailed down properly. There are a lot of issues with that game. There are a lot of issues with how that game is going to go in terms of end game product. There isn't an end game product with Escape from Tarkov just yet, and when you look at how long that game's been in development, it should be there now, but it isn't. And it's going to be whether something like Arc Raiders can get that nailed down with the game. Will they be able to do it? That's what I'm most interested in, whether they're going to give us a product that is going to really, really push against Escape from Tarkov. Like I say, there are other extraction shooters out there that are trying, but they just don't seem to get over the line. They don't seem to be able to hit sort of the popularity that Escape from Tarkov has. I think it's going to be hard for any game to sort of battle them in this niche market, but I want somebody to be able to do it. I want there to be more viable extraction games out there for me to play. I want somebody to push Battlestate with Escape from Tarkov so that maybe they'll push to try and get things done a lot sooner. Even though I understand they're a small studio and things do take time, it can be very hard. But I'm excited for Arc Raiders and the direction it's going in. Like I said, that we don't have much information about the game right now, so I think ultimately for any of us to sort of give an opinion on it, it's very, very hard. But of course, if you're not the type that likes that kind of game, then I completely understand it. But there'll be a lot of people that'll be on the fence just like me. Will they be taking it in the right direction or not? We'll have to wait and see. But of course, as soon as I have more information about the game, I will bring it to you guys, of course. And with that being said, I think I've rambled enough. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.